Hammers, build your body and your bank. Check out how to earn 10K per month with my Business Intelligence Finance Technology Consultant Training Accelerator program. Link in the description.
Hey, what is up, Hammers? It's Hassan Hammer here, and it is time for another workout. All right, so it's 9 p.m. and I just took a nap and a cold shower, so I am ready to go. So, a quick background. Pretty much, I am documenting how I put on 40 pounds of muscle naturally. And I've been working out for almost 3 years now, maybe actually over 3 years, but the first 2 years I put on 20 pounds of muscle per year for 2 years in a row, which I believe is at the upper limit of what you can do naturally. So that's what I'm documenting here with this channel, Sandhammer Fitness, and we are going to crush a workout. Now, I really like cold showers. They feel amazing because they raise your dopamine by 250%. So especially if you're going for a late evening workout like I am now, it really helps if you take a ice cold shower for 30 seconds, drink some coffee, and take a nap. The nap before the workout will let me go hard. Otherwise, I've been photo editing all day. This is a bit of an experiment for me. And you can probably tell my camera angles are not great. I don't have a mount, it's just my phone. But I've been trying to edit all day. I've recorded maybe 4 or 5 sessions. So I'm having a bit of a hard time with editing. So I used to use this software called Camtasia, and it works well. I use it for my training academy, but it takes a long time. You have to click so much. I never realized how much effort video editing could take. So I found a new software called Descript. And what it's supposed to do is it's an AI-based video editor. Seems super cool. You can type in the chatbot dialogue that's in the page, and you can tell it how you want it to be edited. But I played around with it. I couldn't really get it to work, and I gave up, and now I'm gonna do my workout. But that's pretty much what I've been up to today. I am trying to knock out these workout videos so that I can get back to my training academy work. And maybe I'll just give a 10-second brief overview of that. So pretty much I was working as a project management consultant in the data analytics domain in finance technology. And I have a lot of experience in that field. So I launched a training accelerator teaching people how I was able to get 10K per month plus after taxes. I was actually getting 17K, but the training academy, I think if you guys get all the certifications I got, do what I'm telling you to do, you can crack 10K, and with some experience, you can definitely get more. But I'll pause there on that topic. So we are going to talk about how to put on muscle naturally. And I know there's a lot of bodybuilding channels that use a bit of enhancement and whatnot, but I really don't want to go down that route. And the reason for that is androgenic side effects with performance enhancement, which is like hair loss and acne, and your hormone levels are no longer natural anymore. So I want to test what is possible naturally. And the way I do this is pretty much every other day I work out as hard as I can. I experimented with working out every day, and I did that for 7 days a week the next year. I did a bunch of stuff, but every other day is a technique I got from Mike. It's called heavy duty training. He actually advises to work out every other day and go extremely hard when you do work out. I tried that personally. That doesn't work for me. It's too long. I stopped making gains. It is okay for maintenance, but every other day I am able to put on more muscle this way than I can through 7 days a week. So I like every other day a lot. I think I'm going to stick with it. It allows me to get more intensity and more rest. Crucial elements to hypertrophy. So every other day workouts is what I personally like. And on top of that, daily I drink 3 protein shakes, each with a scoop of oatmeal and a scoop of creatine Yes, that does mean 15 grams of creatine daily. For me personally, I really like it for two reasons. I know the recommended amount for muscle hypertrophy is 5, and I'm tripling that. One is it gives you energy under the conditions of sleep deprivation, specifically cognitive enhancement under those conditions. And often I am under those conditions trying to push myself as hard as I can to for the training academy and making all the modules I have to and whatnot. 15 to 30 grams, I'm not going to do 30 grams, but 15 grams and higher is good for cognitive enhancement, alertness, and all of that. So I drink those 3 protein shakes with the creatine, and also 6 eggs in the morning where I remove 3 of the yolks. Okay, I'm just going to check for recording. What did we do last workout? Pretty much last workout we did legs, and I really pushed myself that workout. So for legs, what I do is I divide it up into 2 parts. I do pre-exhaustion, which is more than half of the workout. Once the legs are really tired, I do 20 reps of hack squats to really roast them. And that's how I grew my legs. If you look at my 40-pound before and after pictures, you can see that I had pretty skinny legs. They're always pretty high. I've been very conditioned, but I was 130 pounds and now I am 170 pounds, I think around 9%. And I owe a lot of that to my leg workout. The leg workout, if you get correctly, it brings so much enhancement to the overall body. I think it's because it's such a large muscle. When you work it out, it releases testosterone all over the body. I think that's the reason. But once I dialed in my leg workout with the pre-exhaustion, the 6 sets of hack squats, 20 reps, they absolutely blew up. And I highly recommend it. When I changed it, I think I was hogging the machine too much, primarily. And secondarily, this technique actually works better. Okay, so this technique actually works better. You pre-exhaust with supersets of leg extension, a bit of leg press, and then you jump into the hack squats. I find it does work a lot better. So I did that last time, and usually I put on, for the hack squats, I put on 45-pound plate on one side, 45-pound plate on the other side, and I've been doing that for a lot of workouts now, maybe 20 or 30 plus leg workouts. It started off very challenging and it's become easier. So before I would just do 25-pound plate, 25-pound plate. I would do what's called grass full range of motion hack squats, 20 reps, and that used to kill me. And my legs got stronger, they got bigger. Then I moved on to 45-pound plates, and then I did 45-pound plate plus 10-pound plate. And I've been doing that for a while, so it did get easier. And now what I tried was I wanted to do 6 sets of 45-pound plate, 25-pound plate on each side, 20 reps. And that was too much. After 2.5 sets, I couldn't do any more. And I had to lower the weight down. And what that did allow me to do is it allowed me to stress test myself. Now I know what I can handle. So what I will do in my future workouts, I will do the first 2 sets as 45-pound and 25 pounds, and then remainder of the sets as just 45-pound plate. So now I know how to overload them correctly because I pushed it hard for one workout. So that was the leg workout. Today we're going to do chest and back. Drink some coffee. Okay, so for chest and back workout, I'm going to start off with stretches, bird dogs. I'm going to do accessory muscle of calves. I alternate calves and traps for accessory at the start of each workout, just alternating them between the next workout. So next workout, I'll do traps as an accessory lift. And I like to do 5 minutes of stair climber, but my workouts are currently pushing more than an hour and 15 minutes with the recording and all of that. I like to keep it under an hour. The workout should be like a sprint. Time your breaks, 1 minute and 30 seconds to 2 minutes and 30 seconds, depending on which muscle group you're working out. Okay, I'm gonna make this left turn. Make sure no pedestrians. All right, we're good. Yeah, so time your workouts, get in, get out. So it is becoming a little longer than I like. So I might remove the 5 minutes of climber. Also, I don't recommend it. Rises from standing calf raises, then I might skip out on the 5 minutes of stair climber. After that, we're going to do, so the main key thing is intensity technique. So this entire channel focuses on explosive muscle growth through intensity techniques. And what do I mean by that? Specifically, what I mean is supersets, drop sets, partial reps, LPRs they're called, rest pauses, running down the rack, where if you're doing, for example, triceps, you do 60 pounds tricep push down for 15 reps to failure, then you do 50 pounds till failure, 40 pounds till failure, 30 pound failure, all the way till you exhaust your stack of weights that you are doing. So these intensity techniques is what I'm after with today's workout, with every workout. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I push to failure. Pushing to failure really is the key to muscle growth. Time under tension near the point of failure is the primary driver of hypertrophy. So that's what I'm after, and we can maximize that time by doing a few things. I'm going to park all the way at the back just because I'm talking in the camera. For example, if I am doing leg extensions, I can add half reps at the end. If I do 30 reps of leg extensions, I can get there by using rest pauses. If it's burning, I can use a rest pause to get there. And once I do get there, I can do half reps at the end. And that will get me time under tension near the point of muscular failure. And that will drive hypertrophy. So that really is how I grew 40 pounds in 2 years. So today's workout, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 3 sets of pull-ups, each with half reps at the end. And then we are going to do seated rows, and again, half reps at the end, and supersets. We're gonna do deadlifts, no intensity techniques here, just straight vanilla sets. The reason for this is I don't wanna tweak my back. Deadlifts, you gotta have your form right, and near failure, the deadlift form starts to waver and you can tweak your back. So I really don't wanna do that. Then after that's done, I will switch to chest, and chest is 3 supersets of bench press, all the way up, all the way down to my chest. I remove a bit of weight, I superset it, I do that 3 times. Then I go to the dip machine, and I am really good at full range of motion with the dips. So I go all the way down, all the way, maximum stretch. The stretch is very important, so I'm gonna make sure I go all the way down, which means I'll only be able to do 5 reps, but that's fine. And I'll do 2 sets of dips supersetted with these little quarter reps right at the end. That is enough to destroy the chest. The back usually takes a lot longer. Okay, so we are here, and I shall see you guys inside.
All right, you're going to warm up with some stretches, some planks for the abs. I think I will do 1 set of 2 minutes. Probably should do more than that, but maybe I'll do more. And some bird dogs. Then 30 pounds of side laterals with 10 pounds to get their shoulders warmed up. And then we will do calf work. So let's get it.
Next, we're going to do standing calf raises. First, I'm going to do what's called an ignition set. That's to pre-exhaust them. So I'm going to try to do 20 reps with 20 pounds, super slow, maximum stretch, all the way up, all the way down. And after that, take a 1 minute rest, quick rest period, and then going to do what's called run down the rack style standing calf raises. On my former machine, I usually start at about 70 pounds, do 6 to 10 reps, then half reps, then knock it down to 60 pounds, do the same, knock it down to 50 pounds, do the same, knock it down to 40 pounds, do the same until I'm at about 10 or 20 pounds. So it's called run down the rack style superset. It's a 5-level superset. And very quickly, it just exhausts the calves, our accessory muscle for today, and that takes care of that. I will skip out on 5 minutes of stair climber only because my core body temperature is good. I'm already starting to sweat. If that doesn't happen for you, don't skip out on the warm-up cardio because it will lead to injury. Yes, so let's go do some standing calf raises.
All right, calves are fully exhausted, can barely walk, feels really good. Next is 3 sets of pull-ups with perfect form. Very important, all the way up, all the way down, full stretch. If we do them right from the beginning, you'll be able to get a lot of them with good form, so just train them that way. 3 supersets with half reps at the end. All right, done the pull-ups. Those feel really good. Just 3 proper sets of those supersets is really good, even just those on their own. Okay, and we're gonna now do seated rows. First set's gonna be an ignition set, high reps, I think 20 reps. The concept of ignition set I got from Athlete X, pretty much exhaust the muscle. So for the working set, they get fatigued more. And then the next is gonna be the working set, which is gonna be a triple level drop set, each with half reps in them, and that'll work out the back really nicely. All right, done the seated rows. Next is deadlift. For the seated rows, it's very important to keep the angle of your torso and the bench less than or equal to 90 degrees. If you lean back and you do it, you will risk pulling your back. I've done it 3 times now over 3 years, so it is very important. And also to keep your abs flexed, as that gives the spine rigidity to bear the load. But if you do those 2 things, you should not get injured. Next is deadlifts. First set is warm up, 25-pound plate on each side with a 45-pound bar. I'm gonna do 8 to 12 reps, and then we'll do 3 working sets. Okay, so next is 3 working sets with the deadlift, and pretty much I'm just gonna do 45-pound plate on each side with a bar that totals to 135 pounds. And I know that's very light, that's a lot less than my bench press, but I haven't been doing deadlift over the past 3 years because I was doing 20 rep, 6 to 9 stash, hack squats, full range of motion. So I wanna work up to these slowly. I'll slowly overload them, progressive overload, and see how it feels. So for now, the next 3 sets, I'm gonna do reps, and I'm not gonna really push hard to failure either. Again, just don't wanna risk injury. But if they feel strong, then over the next workouts, I will increase the weights.
All right, done deadlifts. That feels good, even though it's only one plate. I think I'm happy with that. I'll slowly overload it. And I haven't done them because I just don't want to pull my back. And I have lots of squats in my routine, so I think it's fine. But I'll keep it light for the deadlifts, and that should be fine. Now, next is bench press, my favorite. First is going to be a warm-up set with 25 pounds on both sides, then 3 working sets with 45-pound plate, 25-pound plate on both sides, plus the bar. And I'll do 3 sets of those. Each is a drop set where when I'm done, I remove 25 pounds for the drop set portion. And not only that, I have these spotting arms this time, which I never have. So I'm always worried I'm going to drop the weights on myself. But today, I actually, even though I'm alone in the gym, I got these spotting arms, which is awesome. These are the spotting arms right there. Hopefully I can trust them, but let's go for it. Not hating, but yes, it is a bit loud. So I'll have to focus and let's get it. All right, set number 1. I'm gonna go for 8 reps plus 9 reps on the superset. Okay, for this one, I'm gonna go for 5 reps plus 8 reps on the drop set. Okay, so for this one, the target is 4 plus 6. Those were my numbers before my 10-day break 2 weeks ago, but let's see how much I can get. That's a sweet set. Those bars definitely give confidence. That felt really good. Okay, next is dips, supersetted with partial reps. I'm not going to take a break moving bench and dips because my workout is getting long. Otherwise, I'd usually take like a 1-minute break. And we're going to do 2 sets of these and we're done. Nice and slow on these full range of motion. All right, quick pump check. Sure. Can you hard to pose? Down below my knee. Because that's it for this workout. Next, help me on this. Biceps, triceps, shoulders. Same thing as before. Supersets, well sets. Partial rounds, rest pauses, static depth, roll master out sets.
Do you want a copy of this tracking sheet? Gamify your progress and level up. It's exactly what I used. Just click the link in the description for your free copy.